Hello, I'm Michael Bogert.
And I'm Justin Want.
As many people know, last year Sony Entertainment was hacked because of the new movie that they were planning to release called The Interview. The group that claimed to have done the hack called themselves GOP, or the Guardians of Peace. Others pointed at North Korea for the attack because the movie involved the assassination of their leader Kim Jong-un, but whoever did the attack is not what matters. What matters is what was taken.
Thousands of confidential emails and financial documents were stolen and leaked online, along with some of Sony's secrets. Highly detailed medical information of over 70 Sony employees were obtained and released. The info was so detailed that documents even had details about the employees' children, including some who have cancer and a son who has special needs. It was also revealed that Sony paid Jennifer Lawrence, the lead role in one of their movies called American Hustle, less than her two co-stars, Christian Bale and Bradley Cooper, which is illegal.
However disastrous the hack on Sony was, that is not what we want to focus on. The subject of cybersecurity and why it is important is the real focus of this discussion.
First off, what is cybersecurity?
Cybersecurity, as quoted from TechTarget.com, is the body of technologies, processes, and practices designed to protect networks, computers, programs, and data from attack, damage, or unauthorized access. In simple terms, it is the protection of information held online or on a computer.
There are different elements of cybersecurity, such as application security, information security, network security, disaster recovery. Sony could have used that. And end user education. Cybersecurity is important to you because a plethora of information can be taken from you, like your address, family members' names, your phone number, credit card info, the list goes on and on.
Secondly, how can you be cyber safe and prevent your information from being stolen?
You can start off by making all of your social media profiles private and only accepting people you know personally to view your information. Hackers and people who want to infect your computer with malicious software can easily get access through your social media accounts, especially if they're open to the public.
Another way to be safe is to think if it's too good to be true, it probably isn't. Like in real life, if some sketchy guy on the streets of New York City comes up to you and offers you a Michael Kors watch for $10, you can bet with almost 100% certainty that the watch is a fake. The same thing applies to online.
Also, if you're on a website and an ad pops up asking you to take a survey to earn some money, and all you have to do is give your first/last name or other vague details about yourself, it's probably not going to give you money and it will probably infect your computer.
Another cyber-safe procedure is to use security systems like Norton, AVG, Malwarebytes, etc. to scan your computer for viruses. These programs can scan your whole computer to search for infections hiding within the coding of your computer.
However, cybersecurity isn't just your personal computer, but can concern entire companies and even countries.
The big threat to big companies are hackers and hacking groups. These groups will attempt to hack into a company's database and find any information they can get their hands on, like employee names and addresses.
After the hackers have the information, there is no way to retrieve it or stop it from being abused. The best thing that you can do when something like this happens is to call your credit card companies and freeze all of your cards. Also, you should get into contact with the police to alert them of the hacking.
Despite all these extremely dangerous threats, it is actually very hard for hackers to hack into your computer. Sophie Curtis, a journalist, wrote a story about how she underwent an experiment in which she knew that she was going to be hacked by ethical hackers to test how hard it is to hack someone.
Ethical hackers are hackers that work for companies and are hired by them to do real hacking into their website or other form of information they have online to find vulnerabilities and then report it to the company. The hackers started off by finding Sophie's personal information off her social media sites, and then used that information to form an email that she was likely to open, which is how most hacks happen, through email.
After they emailed Sophie saying they were another journalist group who had received secret documents from the UK government and were going to release them, she downloaded the file they had sent her in the email, which they claimed was the documents.
Instead, it was a piece of malware that took over her computer, and the hackers could then remotely control her computer and see what was on its screen. After realizing what had happened, Sophie tried to run virus scans to rid her computer from the malware and restarted her computer. But those did not work because the hackers had gained enough information about her computer just from looking at her previous emails they had sent her, and they developed a virus to counteract those softwares.
This just goes to show that even if you have anti-malware and all the preventions in the world, it is entirely possible for you to be hacked. It can be tough to regain control of your computer afterwards. That is, if you can even detect you've been hacked.
All in all, even though you just found out that hacking seems to take a ridiculous amount of time, you have to realize that pseudo hack was done to someone with antivirus software on her computer. private profiles on all of her social networking sites, and she knew that she was going to be a victim of hacking, so she was extra cautious.
Even with all those things swaying the odds of not being hacked in her favor, she still ended up being hacked by a program made from scratch against all of her defenses, and it only took about 3 weeks. Pretty scary, isn't it?
Well, at least with the knowledge that we have given you, you should hopefully be able to protect yourself on the internet. Remember, keep all your social media sites private. Use anti-malware and antivirus software. Always be cautious when dealing with unknown emails and links. And if need be, you can always report the hack to the police or contact a cybersecurity company if the situation is dire.
Now you should be cybersecurity savvy.